such a need here. There's just such a need, and it's just such a blessing to be able to do what we're doing here, which is meet that need. It's important. Probably not going to be able to stop hunger, but Lord knows we're putting a dent in it, okay? We are putting a dent in it.
Everybody, has a time where they might need a little bit of help. The food is one thing everybody's got to have, and I know sometimes it may not be much, but if it can help people in the community through a hardship, it's worthwhile.
This community has a lot of unemployment, a lot of single moms. With daycare being so expensive, they can't afford to go to work a lot of times. And so, yes, there's a great need for people to have their food supply supplemented.
There have been some terrific pioneers that came before us here to start this organization back in the early 80s. In fact, 1981-82 timeframe, there were 13 churches that were working together with the founding executive director, Debbie Cavanaugh, to get the organization started because they recognized that there was a real need for emergency food in the community. They had a population of people that were not able to make ends meet, and they were frequenting the churches, and they thought we can do a better job of providing resources and really do the community justice. And then in 1984, the organization moved from being an emergency food pantry to a food bank that served 10 counties here in Northeastern North Carolina. So starting with regional distribution and providing services, I was reading through some of the minutes from those early 80s recently, and what I found fascinating was the issues that they were addressing then are the same issues we address today. Where are we going to get the food from? How are we going to make sure that we have enough volunteers on staff to be able to help us achieve our mission and vision of creating a hunger-free environment? So even back then, they were addressing the same issues that we were plagued with today. The industry has changed a lot. We moved into this facility back in 1999, and everything that we moved in to this facility fit in a 2,500 square foot warehouse space. We had built a 20,000 square foot warehouse space, thinking that, we'll never need more than that, and this will be sufficient for us to continue our good work, because hunger is going to go away at some point. Well, fast forward, and here we are in 2022, and in the last 2 years, we've added 7,500 square feet of cooler and freezer space, 2 additional docks. We're expanding the facility by another 17,000 square feet so that we can continue to the work that we need to provide food and emergency services to the community and through the 15 county service territory that we're tasked with holding responsibility for supporting. Instead of having 20,000 pounds worth of food that we handle on an annual basis, we're now handling 8, 9, 10 million pounds of food on an annual basis. So with our relationship with Feeding America and the resources that they've brought to bear because of the knowledge of hunger across the nation over the last several decades, we're now seeing resources come in that have enabled us to build this beautiful cooler and freezer, to allow us to invest in capacity building with our partner agencies, because we can anticipate the donations coming in here and the fact that the evolution of the industry has changed from dry goods and shelf-stable product to being more perishable product coming to food banks, because it has less of a shelf life and there's a need for nutritious food. On behalf of the organization and the board, I want to thank everybody who has donated to this organization, helped us get to today, and we can't do it without you, and your resources make this work possible. So please help us continue the mission work here at the Food Bank of the Albemarle and the good work of feeding people throughout Northeastern North Carolina. Thank you, and we appreciate you.